So for me, it kind of started when I was 13 or 14 years old. I was a kid growing up. I completely loved hockey. I loved to go to practice. I have to say I did everything and I did a little bit more, even more than the coaches told me to do. I was a very good student in that way. And when I got 14, 15, he got a bit more serious, and we were involved in the Swedish tournament called TV-pucken. It's a big tournament. It's televised. All the small different provinces here in Sweden, they play against each other, and it's a pretty big thing for most 14, 15-year-olds in this country. And like I mentioned before, a couple of different thoughts came into my mind, and I started to listen to these thoughts. There were a lot of different things. I just felt the need to do all kinds of stuff to be able to feel good and to feel that I did whatever I could to succeed in these tournaments and during these games and all those practices that led up to this tournament. And I started to listen to these thoughts and thought I had to do all this to be able to be a successful athlete and to be able to feel that I did everything in my power to succeed. But eventually it got worse and worse, and those thoughts they became more and more powerful. And the worst thing you can do is to listen to them and do whatever they tell you. I really battled these thoughts for a couple of years. And it was really hard. I was, even during games where we had, sometimes the games are easier, you get 10, 14, maybe up to 20 shots and there's an easy game. Not a heavy workload, but I was just exhausted. My brain was on fire. And at the end of the day, when I was going to bed, I was happy. I could go to bed. I felt like my brain was fried. There were just so many thoughts. I was battling them and tried to do whatever I could to feel good and to be able to feel that I did everything in my power to succeed in hockey, including pleasing these thoughts, which was a completely wrong way to go. After a couple of years, it came to a point where I really had to tell myself, this is enough. I can't take it anymore. I got to do something. And I actually managed to stop it. I managed to say no. I moved away with my parents to a different team, to a different city. That's what I wanted, not because of all this, not because of the OCD actually, because I got the question from another team. It was a better team. The whole atmosphere, the whole situation was so much better with this team. So I was the one who wanted to move, and I kind of got a fresh start with this team, and I guess that helped as well. And I managed to get out of these heavy thoughts and all the trouble that they cost me. Up until today, I don't really know how, but I guess it's because I got to this point where I just had enough. But I really didn't have anybody to talk to because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know there was a mental disorder called OCD. I didn't know how to treat it. I had no idea. I just thought they were natural thoughts that you have to listen to and battle to be able to be a serious athlete and do whatever it takes to succeed. Like I mentioned before, it was a completely wrong way to do it. But when I was 17, 18, everything was under control. I was with a new team. I was happy. I went to a great school. I had lots of new friends, and I was able to practice the way I wanted, and I played well too. But most importantly, I got my quality of life back. I was enjoying life. I was enjoying every day. I could do the things I wanted to do.